Little Eagles, this is Mrs. Leisure. Today we're going to review the vowels EE. So EE says E. So you're going to read the passage 3 times, color a beat each time after you read, and then answer the comprehension questions. So I'm going to go through and color all the EE words I can find. So the first one I found is agreed, meet, wheel, weeds, knees, seeds, feet, those are the beats, peeling. So now I'm going to go ahead and read that passage 3 times and color a beat at the bottom. Okay. Gardening. My brother and I agreed to plant a garden. We could meet every day at the same time. We had a wheelbarrow. We had a shovel and a rake to work with. First, we pulled the weeds. Then we got on our knees and planted the seeds so many feet apart. We planted corn, beets, and beans. My favorite was peeling the corn. That's one read. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to color my beets. And beets are usually like a red or a purplish color. And of course they grow in the ground. And I'm going to go ahead and put my green on that one. Okay, another read. My brother and I agreed to plant a garden. We could meet every day at the same time. We had a wheelbarrow. We had a shovel and a rake to work with. First we pulled the weeds, then we got on our knees and planted the seeds so many feet apart. We planted corn, beets, and beans. My favorite was peeling the corn. And then our last read. My brother and I agreed to plant a garden. We could meet every day at the same time. We had a wheelbarrow, we had a shovel and a rake to work with. First, we pulled the weeds. Then, we got on our knees and planted the seeds so many feet apart. We planted corn, beets, and beans. My favorite was peeling the corn. So typically when you're reading, you do become ready and better at reading the different words in the passage because you begin to recognize them, and it becomes easier for you to read. You typically don't read too fast or too slow, so you're becoming more fluent when you're reading. So that's why it's so important to take the time to read them, and it also helps you remember the information that's in the passage. So now let's go ahead and answer our comprehension question. What did my brother and I agree on? If you look back in the passage, my brother and I agreed to plant a garden. So you'd write the word my, capital M. My brother and I agreed to plant a garden. We're going to make sure we put that end mark in there. It's so important to make sure those end marks are in there. What did my brother and I do first? Well, a really good thing to do is look back through the passage. If you don't remember, find the word first. First, we pulled the weeds. What did my brother and I do first? First, we pulled the weeds. Why did my brother and I get on our knees? Do you remember? Right. They got on their knees because they were planting seeds so many feet apart. So you can say, we got on our knees to plant seeds. What is a synonym for peel? Drink? I don't think that means peel. Eat? No. Skin? No. Pull. Draw a picture of the story. So if you like to draw people, you can draw people when you do this. Definitely there should be a garden in the story. You shouldn't be riding your bikes or on roller skates. You definitely should probably have maybe a garden laid out in your story. You could draw things that kind of look like corn, and I bet a lot of us know what corn looks like. We get corn growing around here. We could draw some other little plants that are in the garden. I made them so many feet apart because that's what the kiddos did too. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw a little girl first. And I'm going to have her standing here. Put a bow in her hair, I guess. Pull her hair back so she doesn't get it in the garden. There's a little girl that's going to be doing some gardening. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw her brother right beside her. He's going to be having his hands out too. I'm going to put a cap on his head. There we go. Because he's in the garden and he's helping. I can also go ahead and I can maybe draw a little, like a wheelbarrow. If you know what a wheelbarrow looks like. There's their little wheelbarrow that they have there. Maybe one of them said that they had a rake. So you could draw a rake that she could be holding. So there's lots of little details that you can add into your pictures, and it's always better the more detail you can add, the better for sure. So I hope you enjoyed learning some of our letters that we have talked about, reviewing some of them, and learning how to use them in our reading and in our sentences. So our letter today was EE, and EE, when you see it often in a word, you should recognize, I need to say E in that. So I hope you have a great day. Thanks for listening.